was a couple of games ago, averaging, as you saw, 16.5 points per contest, 6 of 13 from deep. He's been the one guy that can stretch out over the top. Hawaii's going to need better guard play than what they got the other night against Nebraska.
The Rainbow Warriors, on their recent Christmas tradition, they'll wear the green here on Christmas Day against Oakland in the home whites, even though we're on the Rainbow Warriors home floor. Hawaii comes into this matchup 7-4, and Oakland is 4-8, and each winning their first game here of the tournament on Sunday to go into the winner's bracket, as Oakland stunned Loyola of Chicago on a last-second putback by Isaiah Jones.
Talking to Coach Campy, by the way, he said heartbreaking that they're not in the championship game. That's how your head coach feels. He said he's really had to focus on resetting his team and locking them in because he knows how difficult of a contest it will be going against Hawaii on their home floor.
Starting five for the Bows, presented by Outrigger Hotels and Resorts. And Oakland was in a very good position to be in the championship game, which is coming up next between Oregon State and Nebraska.
Wow, that's a welcome sign.
Who struggled in their semifinal loss to Nebraska.
Roxy didn't make a shot the entire game. So, I mean, much needed. That's coming off a game where he had 24 points in the opening round to then go 0 for 5 from the field in their semifinal contest. He needs to be a consistent offensive presence for Hawaii.
Squaring up, the jumper missed by Alan McCabe, the senior from Belgium, and the rebound controlled by the Rainbow Warriors. But Oakland was up 12 on Oregon State in the semis with less than 5 minutes to go here on Monday, but could not close it out. As you look at Greg Campy, who...
Can we give him the award for best shirt now?
In the history of this event, it was Kyle Smith.
Merry Grinchmas.
When he was at Washington State, but that is a legendary shirt from the legend himself, Greg Campy.
I mean, we've seen the sweater out of him, but this shirt is next level.
And it's fitting he's wearing that in a true road game against Hawaii. Offensive rebound, Alan McCabe tries to go to work inside. Pass deflected, and it's run down by Isaiah Jones with that game winner against Loyola of Chicago. And the rebound, Tanner Christensen for Hawaii.
McCabe had himself a game against Oregon State. Perfect 10 for 10.
Oregon State came back, beat Oakland in overtime as Ryan Rapp had a good look, and Alan McCabe clears the miss for Oakland. But up 12 with less than 5 minutes to go, just couldn't close it out against the Beavers, who found a way, won it in overtime. So it's Oregon State against Nebraska, who beat Hawaii Monday night in the other semifinal matchup.
We talked about their ability to score in the paint. The reason why that's so huge is, outside of Christie, there really isn't a consistent three-point shooter that can knock it down with proficiency.
Alan McCabe, and it rims off, and the rebound, Gitas Demiksha for the Rainbow Warriors. On Sunday, Hawaii dominated Charlotte to go into the semifinal matchup as Marcus Green missing a three. And of course, Oakland beating Loyola Chicago, and Isaiah Jones put back with less than a second to go. Christmas Day in Honolulu. On the baseline, Puru Neba-Larua missing inside, and the rebound controlled by Hawaii. As Oakland is now 0 for 7 from the field. The offensive numbers, unfortunately for the Golden Grizzlies, have not been golden this year. Gitas Demiksha tries the scoop, and it goes out of bounds. And we're going to stay with Hawaii on this end of the floor. But here's what you were alluding to the other night when they played Michigan State.
The current sweater was great with Tom Izzo. And then today, the shirt is just a classic. I mean, just look at that. There's a lot of things you don't know about Coach Campy. One is obviously an outstanding holiday spirit about him, but also a really good golfer. He's a stick.
Outstanding golfer. Shot clock winding down, and a foul is called. And Cody Williams was bumped by Alan McCabe as Eran Ganat,
not a golfer. He attends golf events. He just doesn't play.
I know Eran pretty well. I've known him for a long time. I still don't know if he has any hobbies outside of family and basketball.
That's it. That really is it. And raising money to fight cancer.
That is a very good.
They just presented a check here before the game. And his fundraising efforts as part of this event to go to the Hope Lodge here in Honolulu and give directly back to the community. And serving that community has been such a huge part of Coach Ganat and his drive, not only to win games here, but to get wins against cancer.
Every year it's become a part of this event. It's kind of been the kickoff for the Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic. And they raised about $50,000 at the Coaches versus Cancer event 2 nights before the tournament began at the Outrigger in Waikiki. And a goaltend gave the bucket to Oakland. We're knotted early at 2. Mele Maka from Honolulu. Keep singing, Sean.
Phrase to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day.
Hawaii Bowl as well, and thank you to his staff. They have been tremendous hosts, and always I love being a part of this event.
It was just a great event. How about the bowl yesterday? 5 overtimes between South Florida and San Jose State.
The mighty Spartans couldn't pull it off. Gitas Namiksha missing the 3.
I like to pull off some more made baskets in this game.
DQ Cole tips it out of bounds. Yeah, the teams are now a combined
2-14.
Yeah, not good.
Not good. You know, you could say it's cold, but it's not. We're in Hawaii. It's like 80 degrees outside. Not windy
temperature
today.
Gauge said 84.
Not windy today, though.
No,
so you'll
today
have
is
good time
perfect.
you'll have good time on the beach.
I'm good.
No, not only Christmas Day, but happy Hanukkah to those that will be celebrating tonight.
Tonight is the first night.
It's just a great time to be around family, you know, and for these coaches, their team is an extension of their family. Yes, they have their own families, but they invest so much into these players and trying to develop them and give them an opportunity to be their personal best.
Ryan Rapp, tough fadeaway, and it's pulled down by Jalen Jones. Here comes Oakland. Alan McCabe. DQ Cole off 1 foot, and the offensive rebound and the putback inside. Cooper Craggs gives Oakland their first lead.
Just physical, you know, and that's the thing that Hawaii has got to match their intensity. Oakland will offensive rebound. They will send multiple players to the offensive glass.
And the putback and 1 on the offensive glass. Gitas Namiksha for the Bows.
He's got all 4 for Hawaii early in this game. A reminder, 0 for 5 from the floor in the semifinal. He was 10 of 14 versus Charlotte, finished with 24 points. The transfer from Xavier didn't really arrive until after the summer. So he was behind a little bit in understanding exactly how they want things done here, the verbiage that is used. That's one of the things we talk about the transfer portal. It takes players at times a little bit longer to get up to speed because coaches have different words that they use to describe their defenses, ball screen coverages, everything they want to do offensively, and then you have to learn all of it so that it's second nature. He's getting there, and I think as they get ready to start conference play, he's going to be a problem for a lot of teams.
He's a matchup issue because of his versatility. DQ Cole left it short, and coming out of the pack is Gitas Namiksha with the rebound.
Oakland's really active on the defensive end of the floor. They just try to play position defense. They just try to keep themselves between you and the basket.
And a steal. DQ Cole took it right away from Tom Beatty. To the other end, the lay-in. Jalen Jones for Oakland.
Good job running out off that defensive turnover. Jalen Jones had only 4 points in the semifinal, but a good opportunity to get one out in front of the defense.
Gitas Namiksha fouled on a 3. And 3 shots coming. Jason Woodridge knocked him over. And Namiksha back to the line.
Watch Cole. I mean, just mishandled by Beatty, and Cole just takes it right from him. And just goes to the opposite end, and then at the other end of the floor, contact made underneath at the feet. Didn't allow the clear landing zone for Namiksha.
2 more coming for Namiksha. Tied a career high. 24 points in their quarterfinal win against Charlotte.
He also had 24 points against Grand Canyon earlier this year. Before we go too much further in this game, I do want to say, Roxy, you've been at this event now 13 out of the 15 years. You are quintessentially the Diamond Head Classic for us at ESPN, and it's such a pleasure to get to sit.
And Kanoa Lake.
Yes, it's so great to sit, though, next to you this week, be here in this event. You love this event, and to be part of this event with you, partner, it's a lot of fun.
It is a blast to come here. First off, we can't thank Daryl Garvin and his staff who put on the tournament, and the University of Hawaii, their administration, for welcoming us and just being tremendous hosts for the week. It is a phenomenal event to be a part of.
I have 4 layers around my neck. I didn't buy any of them.
Maroon Neva Larua ties the game.
Especially the last one that we got, which was from a person that watched our call the other night and thought we did a good job. I'm like, so you were the one.
Gitas Namiksha, 3. He's got all 11 for Hawaii.
Well, it's just a great job getting him going, because he can really get going. And after struggling the other night, a good coach will say, hey, we got to go to him early and often. Remember, before their game against Nebraska, it was Bryce Williams who didn't have a great first game. And Fred Hoiberg's coaching staff was like, we need to get him involved and get him going early. They ran an alley-oop for him. The pass was errant, but he came back down the next play. They ran a screen, got him a 3. Good things started to happen.
Jalen Jones, the steal, but fouled on the layup. And he'll get a couple of free throws. And that's the second steal for Jones, where he's had an opportunity to have a run out. 11-8. Hawaii with the lead is
Oakland. Christmas tree behind us.
I know. And we got the...
This was the one we got today. This is the one I got today from the lady that's in attendance. And
by the way, she gave me 2.
Well, you've been here a lot longer than me. You probably know her by her first name. But no, a great event, and always so great to be here on the islands. And the hospitality of everybody on the island has been great. My family was able to come over. I knew your family was here. And it's a great event to be part of. And the Hawaiian spirit is alive and well. And no better place to spend Christmas.
No, there isn't really. I mean, the weather, other than the other day, was breezy a little bit. It's been perfect.
You with the wind. You with the wind. I just want to remind you, next week, you and I are in Provo together. It's going to be a little chilly there compared to this.
Can we wear these, though, in Provo? These Aloha shirts?
I know you've asked.
What do you think the rest of the year?
I want
every time we're together.
I want Campy's shirt. If I can keep my tan.
Man, you just can't beat that. You really can't.
I mean, if we just 2-boxed and showed Campy the entire game with that shirt on, I think America would thank us.
As Kyle Smith, when he was at Washington State, now at Stanford, he was the leader in terms of the history of this event for the best attire on the sideline by a coach. Greg Campy has taken the mantle from Kyle Smith today, which is a very hard bar to get over. Harry Ruliadev, way short on the 3.
It's like the movie Top Gun. Cougar was number 1. He lost it, turned in his wings. I got to send you to Top Gun. That's Campy. Campy's now taking over. Kyle Smith, you got to bring Stanford over now, and you got to step up your game.
Campy's Mav now, huh?
He is. What he'd like to see is better execution at this end of the floor. And they've gotten, you see the drive, and you see how Hawaii is defending. They're funneling them, and they're allowing them to get, but they're cutting off the angle that would allow them to score at the rim. And because of that, the offense. Ironically, we had Santa behind us all week long, but he's not here because he's a little fatigued after his late night last night.
Akira Jacobs in the corner, and the rebound batted around And Oakland trying to save it, and we going the other way. It belongs to the Golden Grizzlies.
Halfway through the first half, the two teams are combining to shoot 29% from the field. I'd like to say it's all because
you look
of the
at the
defense.
positives?
Even on Christmas Day, I am a glass half full guy.
It is the third game in 4 days for both teams. And the offensive rebound by Neva Larua. Step back, DQ Cole, and Oakland takes the lead.
Good step back there. Cole, a volume shooter, averaging over 12 points per contest.
Former JC All-American.
Great dump down.
And the lay-in, Jerome Palm and the Bows seesaw in front.
Akira Jacobs, I think, is going to continue to expand out his role. I like his length. I like his ability to shoot from the outside. He's got good passing ability, as you just saw right there. Again, Olympic experience for him.
By the way, first points for somebody not named Gitas Namiksha on Hawaii. And the lay-in, Jalen Jones gives Oakland the lead again.
So they score. They've done a good job taking out the interior presence of Oakland, not allowing them to get an angle. How do you attack? You attack through your guards. And those bigs can carve out a lot of space and neutralize the interior presence of Hawaii by posting up hard and ducking into the paint, and then the guards reading off of them.
Alan McCabe, the floater, and the rebound grab by Aaron Hunkin-Clater, a freshman for Hawaii. He is the only Hawaii native on this roster, although he finished up high school up in Northern California at a powerhouse, Salesian. Played for a tremendous high school coach in Bill Mellis. Harry Ruliadev finds a spot in the lane.
Yeah, Hawaii, the last two possessions, have done a nice job of moving without the basketball, finding an open spot, and making things simple. 4 assists on the 5 made field goals for Hawaii. Only 1 assist so far on the game for Oakland.
That's when Hawaii on the offensive end, when they're having success, is there an offense predicated on sets and setting up teammates?
Good pass.
Just like that. But Akira Jacobs couldn't convert.
Almost lost it on the way up. But those last 3 passes that led to shots have been really good. If you want to slow down Hawaii, you have to not allow them to run their stuff. They're running their action these last couple of possessions a lot better.
Harry Ruliadev puts the Bows up 3. Crashing to the deck, Akira Jacobs took out DQ Cole, and the first foul, the big sophomore from Japan. Bowl at 9 Eastern. Speaking of bowls, what a thrilling ending yesterday of the Hawaii Bowl.
This was great. I mean, it's such
5 overtimes.
Unbelievable. It was so good.
3 off the inbound. Malcolm Christie the miss, but the offensive rebound, Isaiah Jones.
Wes Durham's watching us right now as he's flying to his bowl game. Hi, Wes.
Hopefully we're keeping you entertained. Inside 5 to shoot. And a tough 3 from the top. Nassim Mashur comes up empty. And the offensive rebound, Oakland controls, and a foul as Cooper Cragg's getting shoved out of bounds by Tanner Christensen.
You give up 2 offensive rebounds, I promise you, you're probably giving up points 85% of the time. I mean, you just can't give up multiple looks. You've got to do a much better job, Hawaii, boxing out and cleaning up their glass, which is one of the strengths of this Hawaii team, has been their defensive rebounding. But Oakland, as I mentioned off the top of this game, they're going to be aggressive. They're going to send multiple bodies to crash the offensive glass and try to give themselves a second, maybe even a third chance.
And that was a key for them in their win against Loyola Chicago on Sunday. They had 15 offensive rebounds in that game. 5 on the shot clock. Isaiah Jones. tough fadeaway three rattles in. Malcolm Christie.
I mean, he is their three-point threat. You have to stay attached at all times. 88% of his makes this year are from deep. 88%.
And he's really elevated his play the last 5 games. He's averaging about 18 a game during this stretch. Gidis Namiksha. And a foul will stay at this end. It belongs to Hawaii.
Christie needs no room whatsoever. He's hunting the three-point line at all times. You see him pause, change direction. There's really no space. I mean, Green played good defense. Christie's just a shooter from the outside.
The native of Fredericton, New Brunswick.
He has 19 made threes over the last 4 games. 19.
And the transfer, he played in Canada last year, Christie, where he was first team All-Canada and the MVP of their national championship. Gidis Namiksha tips it up and in somehow. 13 for Namiksha.
It's pretty crazy. He's got 13 of their 17 points.
Getting free for 3, and the miss from Malcolm Christie. And here comes the freshman Aaron Hunkin-Clater, 4 on 3 for the Bows. Corner 3. And Marcus Green misfires, but Tana Christensen the offensive rebound. On the drive in the floater. Gidis Namiksha will get to the line. Majok Dang with the foul. And 2 free throws for Namiksha.
I thought they missed him initially when they threw it to Green on the weak side corner. Namiksha was coming around the ball handler and was wide open for 3, and they went away from him. And then he just got himself on the offensive glass. But it's not just the 13 points. It's also his ability to get rebounds. He has 6 rebounds in the game.
They're reviewing something here as Greg Kampe brought something to the attention of Nate Harris, working this game with Tommy Nunez and Anthony Burris, our officiating crew for this 3rd place game at the Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic.
Tommy Nunez, by the way, had the best shoes I've seen. Did you see his shoes he was wearing pregame?
No.
They had like Christmas light gingerbread cookies and stuff like that on his feet.
There's a potential elbow that they're looking at right there from Namiksha, who shoved Malcolm Christie. And that's what Greg Kampe wanted the officiating crew to check out.
Listen, is that an offensive foul? It 100% is. But they can't give an offensive foul. What they could give is only a flagrant 1. Is that at the level in which you believe a flagrant 1 should be awarded? To me, it's not. To me, it's a foul that was missed and not called. Now, it is contact above the shoulders, made to the head, so would it surprise me if they went that way? No, but I think he was just pushing off, and he extended his arm that way.
Again, the call on the floor was a foul on Majok Dang.
And they cannot add a foul that's a common foul in that situation. But anyway, Tommy Nunez had these shoes on. They were black, but they had all these Christmas lights all over it, but a white sole. And I was like, you should wear those during the game. And he said, oh, no, we can't. We got to wear, the black on black sole, a shoe that we always wear. And I said, it's Christmas Day. Your official coordinator has got to be able to relax just a little bit and give you some leeway. I was really trying hard. Coach Kampe was trying to get him to wear them. He didn't. He's just wearing his simple black shoes.
Not trying to stand out. The officials, they're just here to do their job.
I'm here to stand out at all times, partner.
Tommy Nunez on the left, Nate Harris with his back toward you, and Anthony Burris on the right.
They're talking it over. I think the way they're talking about it, I think they're probably going to give it a flagrant.
And that some free throws will be awarded to Oakland.
So they're making sure that, this is how it's going to do. We're going to shoot free throws down here, then we'll come back and we'll shoot the other free throws at that end of the floor.
And it'll be an Oakland ball.
Yeah.
One more look for Tommy Nunez.
Doesn't surprise me because the contact was made above the head. However, I think that he was just pushing off and going the other and trying to gain an advantage, and it would have been more of a common foul for me.
Nemiksha will have 2 free throws as he was fouled in the act of shooting. But the question is, if there is a flagrant tacked on, Oakland will get free throws and Oakland will get the ball.
Action at the elbow on number 5 green is a flagrant 1 personal foul. Contact, excessive and unnecessary contact. Okay, so we're going to shoot 2 free throws. 5 green's going to shoot his free throws that he's entitled to. Yep. And white 6 is going to shoot these because he was the offended player. Then Oakland ball out of bounds. 30 on the shot clock. Thank you.
It was just as when they got together and they started having the conversation, they deemed that was an excessive use of force, and so Nemiksha will shoot his free throws first. Oakland will then shoot theirs, and then there'll be Oakland ball out underneath.
Nemiksha shooting the 2 from the common foul.
Yes.
And then he was called for the flagrant, so his first personal foul. And Nemiksha now with 14 of the Rainbow Warriors.
I did remind the officiating
points.
crew that I did ask them to only make reviews during dead ball periods and not in-game action, and they just violated my Christmas wish.
That didn't even survive the first half. So now Malcolm Christie will shoot. 67% foul shooter. 2 shots for Oakland after the flagrant 1 called against Gitas Nemiksha. Christie, who has really asserted himself recently. Double figures in each of the last 4 games after just 1 of the first 8, and has taken on more of a role for Greg Campy's Oakland Golden Grizzlies squad.
It's including 20 points versus Loyola Chicago. I think as he goes along, obviously you want to see him be a little bit more efficient. 35% isn't bad, but 88% of his makes are from deep. About 86% of his shots are from 3. So he's a guy that they're going to run a lot of screen action for. If he could get above around 40, he's going to open up the interior for these guys underneath. And I think that's what you've seen Hawai'i do, is Hawaii's clogged up the lane.
Barun Neba-Larua with the hoop for Oakland, and we're tied at 21 inside 5 minutes to go in this first half. An Oakland team, I know they're 4-8 this year, but a big turnover for Greg Campy after really one of the best seasons in Oakland basketball history. Tanner Christensen had it stripped. DQ Cole comes away with it. Leads the break. Jalen Jones attacks, and Oakland takes the lead.
Tanner Christensen's got to be stronger in that double team. He got his feet all twisted. As a big, you have to be patient, knowing that the double team is coming. Keep your base solid underneath you, even if you've got to turn and see the court to take a negative dribble to create space to deliver that pass. You can't be twisting and turning.
Cody Williams fires from the corner. Ryan Rapp on the offensive glass, and the putback by Rapp, the senior from Australia.
How about 11 second chance points for Hawai'i? 11 of their 23 have come off a second chance. 9 offensive rebounds. Coach Campy was concerned with Hawaii's ability to rebound. They've been getting it done.
DQ Cole. And the rebound. Hawai'i controls. Here comes Ryan Rapp out of the pack. Rapp off the window. Soft touch, Ryan Rapp. Hawai'i by 2.
And what he did, an excellent job there, was changing directions and then using Tanner Christensen as essentially a post-up screener to create the space to finish over the top.
On the move, the pull-up. And Neba-Larua comes up empty, and the rebound controlled by the Bows. Inside 3 minutes left in his first half.
We thought this game would be competitive. It has not disappointed. Both teams done a good job defensively. I think they're figuring out how they have to play offensively, which has increased some of the scoring. Good ball movement.
Marcus Green, 3. points for Green.
Every time you catch the ball at the high post, you should be looking opposite.
Largest lead for the Rainbow Warriors. We're just now 2 for 10 from 3. Launching a 3 for Oakland, DQ Cole, and it's run down. Here comes Marcus Green for the Bows. Ryan Rapp over to Cody Williams. And Oakland controls, and a foul on Marcus Green of Hawaii. Late first half, third place game in Honolulu, and it's the Bows by 5.
Yeah, 7-0 run over the last 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Hawaii's been the aggressive team on the offensive glass. They've looked to push and probe. Rapp using Christensen to create that seam and finish over the top, and then catch the ball at the high post, force the long run out. Hawaii ship.
Gorgeous day in paradise. Yes, there's a Grinch on the shirt of Greg Campy. There's a Grinch planted right inside the University of Hawaii band. Five-point lead for the Bows. It's their largest of the game.
5 turnovers by Hawaii have led to 8 points off of turnovers. Hawaii has 0 points off of turnovers in this game. If they valued the ball a little bit better, they could have a double-digit lead right now. You see Miles Bridges and Victor Wembanyama both went for 40 in that game.
It's a good way to start the NBA on Christmas Day.
Our good friend Corey Alexander on the call of that game. Then Jay Billis was on the call of the game between Dallas and Minnesota.
Let's look at the Warriors-Lakers coming up. Nuggets and Suns. As Gitas Nemiksha to the line. As the foul on Cooper Craggs of Oakland, and Nemiksha already with 15 points in his first half. And one more coming as he remains perfect, 7 for 7 from the line.
Well, I think that's the most impressive part, is he's been able to get to the offensive glass, get offensive rebounds. He's got 3 offensive rebounds, got fouled, goes to the free throw line. His eighth attempt of the first half right there, and he's made all of them. But you get to 8 to 10 free throws in a single game. You've been really aggressive, and good for him to bounce back after the sluggish game the other night.
Foul off the ball. 9 straight points for the Rainbow Warriors, but a foul against Hawaii. And it's the first on Tom Beatty. Team foul number 6. The next one will put Oakland into the bonus. Last was referencing the season Oakland had a year ago. They beat Kentucky in the first round of the NCAA tournament. And then lost in the second round to NC State, who of course would make that run to the Final Four. But phenomenal year for Greg Campy and Oakland last year, in 15-5, winning the Horizon League. And that was John Calipari's last game at Kentucky.
Jack Olke was just unbelievable. I saw him at the college slam dunk and 3-point competition, and it was great because Coach Cal was there, and he missed a couple of threes, and Cal yelled at him, "Where was that when we played you?" I mean, what a show and what a performance that was for Oakland.
10 threes, 32 points.
You also have to remember, I mean, Coach Campy has been here for seemingly forever. I mean,
41st season as the Oakland head coach.
His 700th career win came November 4th. You know, he's just a staple and a consistency in this program from the D2 to the D1 level, whether it was the Summit League or the Horizon League. He's been there since 1984-85.
69 years young, and he really is so full of energy and passion and coming to the gym every day. He loves coaching this group and this program. 10 to shoot for Oakland. Isaiah Jones inside. Ends the drought for the Golden Grizzlies.
Good quick post move that time. I mean, he caught it, faked one way, and immediately spun off the defense and went in the opposite direction.
Hawaii takes a 30. We'll be back in 30. Bennett.
Do you want to know the most shocking thing on that graphic? So we found a picture of Randy Bennett smiling. I mean, to me, that was like, I'm like, it wasn't like the years. I was like, we got a picture of Coach Bennett smiling? That's
and Ron
incredible.
Gannott's mentor.
He's one of the great coaches in college basketball. All those guys are. I mean, James Jones is an elite level coach, what he's accomplished at Yale. Remember, they pulled off the upset of Auburn in the first round of the tournament last year.
Tough shot from the corner. Ryan Rapp missing short. That'll take us to halftime. But Hawaii creating a little bit of a buffer. They're up 7 behind Gitas Nemiksha. What a first half for Nemiksha. 17 points for the transfer from Xavier and really asserting himself in this game.
Hawaii is plus 10 on the glass. They have dominated on the glass, and they have feasted with 11 second chance points. Good ball movement. Nemiksha's been hot. And Merry Grinchmas to those that are in attendance and those that are watching back on the mainland. Mele Kaliki Maka. Boring black shoes.
You can wear all.
By the way, I'm not
all
giving
12
these
referees.
Do you think these are a size 14?
No, Tommy Nunez is not wearing a 14.
I'll have to get back to Tommy.
Yeah, not going to work for you.
I'd steal them if I were a size 14. I'd say this was a Christmas present that he just gave me. They're great. I want to get a pair. I got to find out where he got them from.
Cody Williams. 5 to shoot for the Bows. Marcus Green, the high arcer. And the rebound secured. Isaiah Jones for Oakland. Gitas Nemiksha, 17 to lead all scorers in the game. Jalen Jones leading Oakland with 8 off the bench. And a foul down low. It's on Tanner Christensen of Hawaii.
Said don't wear them. He did bring them out for us, though.
He did.
It's really nice.
He did make the effort and the hustle to go bring them back out.
How great would it be if every official got to wear those shoes? I don't even know if brand they are. It doesn't matter to me. But like
on Christmas Day.
But like you have like you know, like you have cleats for a cause in the NFL. Like if the officials if they're working on Christmas, there's only 4 games. All of them are here.
Alan McCabe backing his way in. And then a foul going for the rebound on McCabe, his second.
Our bosses have also chimed in that they're thinking I could maybe wear one of these Aloha shirts in studio in Bristol in January.
It would fit right in.
It's perfect with Bristol weather that time of year.
Marcus Green fires. Had a good look, and the rebound, Malcolm Christie for the Golden Grizzlies. Backing his way in. And the muscle rolling it up and in. Isaiah Jones for Oakland.
Isaiah Jones, he has been very aggressive on the block. That's his second made field goal. Remember, he had one right towards the end of the first half where he quickly made the spin move off and got there. Hawaii, if they turn the ball over, is going to open up the door for Oakland to walk right in.
And Malcolm Christie had the open look, couldn't cash in. And here come the Bows back the other way with Cody Williams on the push.
One thing you know about Oakland, they're not really going to hurt themselves. Only 1 turnover so far on the game for Oakland. On the season, they're averaging about 11 turnovers per game. But really doing a nice job valuing it here today.
Gitas Nemiksha lost it out of bounds. And a turnover committed by the Rainbow Warriors. That's their 7th.
When Hawaii's offense got going in that middle portion of the first half, Roxy, it was ball reversal, quick passing, not a lot of dribbling, getting the ball in the paint, kicking it back out, and then spacing the floor and finding an open area. Last couple of possessions, it's been a lot of over-dribbling, telegraphed passing. It'll frustrate you. Back-to-back possessions with a turnover for Hawaii.
Fall away 3 and a chance for 4. Malcolm Christie.
Well, and he you know, a lot of times they say, well, is it the normal shooting motion? Watch this as he goes up. Make contact with that off elbow. But his body, like, he's harder to officiate because a lot of times they talk about kicking the legs out. And is that what's going to draw the offensive foul? He's moving off screens, and he drifts on almost every shot that he takes.
He's got 11, and the lead is down to 1 for the Bows. It was as large as 9 in the first half. Tom Beattie, by the way, was the guilty party on the foul that allowed Christie to get the 4-point play. Cody Williams. And the long rebound, it is Malcolm Christie for Oakland, and a chance for the lead.
Better offensive possession that time, though, for Hawaii. They got the ball inside. Christensen handled the double team. They kicked it back out. Cody Williams just didn't handle the ball well before the shot.
He had a good look. And it pops out. Trying to ram it home was Baru Nevalerua. And then a foul on Oakland and DQ Cole. But Nevalerua was home free for a dunk.
Good entry pass in from the outside.
Nevalerua just couldn't cash it in.
It was good defense. I mean, you guys handled the ball before he was going to go through the iron.
Here comes DQ Cole. Transition. And a foul will send Alan McCabe to the line for Oakland.
Boy, McCabe has really struggled this afternoon after what was a fantastic game against Oregon State where he went 10 of 10 shooting. He's 0 for 5.
Third foul on Tanner Christensen, sending McCabe to the line to shoot 2.
You look overall and you say you're 16 of 21 shooting. Not bad over 3 games. The problem was he was 6 of 6 and then 10 of 10. Now he's 0 for 5.
And now 0 for 1 from the line. Just 50% from the stripe, as McCabe spent the last 2 years at Missouri, Kansas City. 2 years at a junior college prior to that. Averaged 7 points a game last year for the Kangaroos, but dealing with a foot injury most of the year last year for UMKC.
Really explosive athlete that looks to attack the rim when he catches the ball, and very aggressive.
And we have a tie game. Now some pressure from the Golden Grizzlies.
Every game today has been really competitive here. And you'd expect that with the way a bracket usually plays out, that the final day teams are going to be really aggressive and play a very balanced game.
And a foul as Tom Beattie tries to turn the corner, and Baru Nevalerua may have been taking a shot below the belt. And I think every man is cringing about where Nevalerua just got hit.
The drive on baseline, and it wasn't really an elbow. In case you missed it the first 2 times, we're going to show it to you again. Merry Christmas, everybody. They're going to take a look at it.
The common foul on the floor against Baru Nevalerua as they attend to the injured Golden Grizzlies forward. They're going to review it. Tie game, 16-12 to go.
He's getting ready to leave. It's going to be a great championship game. If you haven't seen Bryce Williams play, he can really fill it up, coming off of a 32-point performance the other night. Oregon State, one of the best defensive teams in all of college basketball as far as points allowed per game.
And a foul will get Jerome Palm to the line. Third on Alan McCabe.
You look at the championship game of this tournament, for Nebraska, it's coming over here, it's representing the Big Ten, and it's winning the championship and getting home and building momentum off of that game that they had against Indiana a week ago Friday, and carrying that through and building consistency and learning more about your team as you get back into conference play. On the flip side of it, for Oregon State, they've had some success this non-conference schedule and a couple big wins, including over UC Irvine. And for a team in the West Coast Conference this year, this would be really huge for Oregon State to win this tournament, not just for them, but overall for the West Coast Conference, which is off to its best non-conference that it's ever had from top to bottom.
Jerome Palm misses both.
The 7th-ranked conference, according to Ken Palm right now.
And it's not just Gonzaga and St. Mary's and everybody else. They've had some quality wins across the board. You mentioned Oregon State. USF has played well. Santa Clara has played well. There is some really good basketball in the West Coast Conference, and the ratings show it when you alluded to it, Sean, that they're the 7th best league right now in the country, at least in terms of the computer rankings.
And why do we talk about, games in this time of year, November and December? Why do they matter when they're out of conference? Well, because it sets the narrative. Look at the narrative that's been set by the SEC. A historically great November and December has all of us buzzing about the fact that the SEC has 10 teams in the top 25 this week. 10.
Oakland takes the lead. Barun Neva-Larua.
Big 12 right there behind them. So these games matter, and it helps set the narrative. The ACC has struggled a little bit, and because of their struggles, as we get close to March, they're going to be looking at where do you get the quality wins in conference play.
The hook from Jerome Palm ties the game. Behind a screen. Malcolm Christie missing a 3, and it's kicked around and controlled by Oakland, and a foul first before Barun Neva-Larua went up for the shot. And it's on Jerome Palm of the Rainbow Warriors. 14:40 to go in this 3rd place game. Each Oakland and Hawaii won their quarterfinal matchups on Sunday, lost in the semis Monday night. A steal, Aaron Hunkin-Clater. Tom Beatty uses the window.
Good finish by Beatty, who has struggled shooting the ball here this weekend.
First points of the game for Beatty. Malcolm Christie lets fly. Rims out a 3, and Harry Ruliadev pulls it down for the Bows. Akira Jacobs along the baseline, the reverse.
Beautiful back cut. As the ball got reversed in transition across the top, the secondary option there is the back cut coming from the corner, and Jacobs, an excellent job reading that there was space available, so go take it.
A quick 6-0 run by the Bows to go up 4. Jalen Jones all the way to the bucket. Swatted by Jerome Palm. And a tie-up, and the arrow belongs to Oakland.
Let's go back to that last possession, though. In transition, Roxy watches the ball swings. Everybody's watching the ball, including the back line of the defense, and just cuts right behind it. And defensively, a great job pinning that one along the backboard.
Challenged inside, and Jalen Jones is denied. But Jerome Palm lost it right back the other way. DQ Cole for Oakland, stumbling and throws it out of bounds as he was falling down in the lane.
Well, that's just a circus of events, to be honest with you. The curl cut should have been a made layup for Oakland. It was not. Then the turnover is going to go against Palm. It shouldn't. It should go against Jacobs. You're in transition. Why are you dumping the ball off to your trail big as he's running down the floor? It's not a guard. You're putting him in a position that he's not accustomed to being in out on the court.
And also, Palm's not a stretch 4 or 5 that can hit that shot.
Where he's at right now is where he's most comfortable. And even down there, you're not really expecting to get a whole lot of offense out of him.
Nice find. Harry Ruliadev fouled underneath. he'll get to the free throw line for Hawaii.
Ruliadev should have gone up on the strong side. When he caught the ball, he should have gone straight up. Instead, he actually was going to go for the reverse layup and realized it was about to be blocked, and he got kind of bailed out a little bit there with the foul.
Third on DQ Cole.
Oakland hasn't scored in almost 3 minutes of game action right now. And that's allowed Hawaii to take some advantage. They've gone 3 for the last 3. That 6-0 run that you alluded to, partner, now gets extended out to 7.
One more for Harry Ruliadev. And good bench production is something that has been a theme for Hawaii this season.
Well, it has to be. They got so many new guys in new roles, right? I mean, you mentioned it in night 1. Only 18.7% of their scoring returns from a season ago. So it's a new kind of position for Eran Ganot and this staff.
And this is something that their program hasn't really had to deal with. Even in the era of the transfer portal, they have had consistent rosters and not a lot of turnover as Harry Ruliadev just shoved Isaiah Jones down, and a foul against the Bows. But that's something that Hawaii has not had to deal with, is this roster turnover that you see just about everywhere in college basketball. But that is what Eran Ganot has had to try to deal with this year.
Well, and in particular, look at the rebounding numbers too. Only 8% comes back. And so this is where we're at in college basketball. You have to squeeze as much juice as you can out of the roster that you have. And Coach Ganot, I like this roster. I think that as they get into conference play, they're going to be pretty good. But one thing you can't afford to do ever is have a complete scouting report breakdown and allow Christie on an out-of-bounds underneath to come off a screen and be that wide open and get that good of a look.
Cuts the lead in half. Jerome Palm inside. And the rebound grabbed by Jason Woodridge for Oakland. And similar to Eran Ganot, Greg Kampe had to remake this roster. Fouled on a 3. Christie a chance for 4 for the second time.
Christie is an equalizer. At all times, you have to have awareness. He is 4 of 14 from 3. It doesn't matter. He's got 17 points right now, and another opportunity to get a 4-point play. Coming off of screens, you have to realize you can't reach in because Christie makes you pay. We got ourselves a game. We're tied with free throws coming when we get back.
At 5 Eastern, and we cap the night. Notre Dame at Georgia, the All-State Sugar Bowl, and Malcolm Christie getting loose for Oakland.
And Beatty's got to stop fouling a three-point shooter. He's done it now 3 times. All of them have been 4-point plays reaching in. You can't even reach in. You've got to do your work early. And on screens, there has to be better communication. Malcolm Christie does one thing. He shoots threes. I mentioned it after his first make. 88% of his makes are from beyond the arc. Today, 4 of the 5 shots that he's made have been three-pointers.
And 93% of his attempts on the season are threes.
14 out of 15 today. He's going to get him up.
Volume shooter. And Christie gives Oakland the lead. He's got 18.
But in today's college basketball, you got a guy that can do that, right? And all of a sudden, it opens things up. 1-3-1 defense here. Got to get the ball in the center and look diagonal.
Nice find. Akira Jacobs to Tanner Christensen.
How about that one? Got the ball right in the center and a strong back cut. Yeah, wakes up Tanner Christensen and gets him involved in this game a little bit more. That's his first make of the game.
In the corner, Jason Woodridge gets the roll.
This is a really fun game. It hasn't been the prettiest of games, but it is a really fun game.
Look, these teams want to go 2-1, and they desperately want to win before they have an extended break for a few days. As Gitas Namiksha, his first points of the second half.
I was just about to say they got to get him re-engaged in this game. He had 17 in the first half. And that was his first shot attempt in the second half.
Tied at 44. Oakland next up for them. Next Monday, they'll be at Arkansas, which is an interesting matchup in terms of John Calipari now at Arkansas. His last game at Kentucky was against Oakland.
There's nothing you don't know, Roxy.
No, there's a lot I don't know, believe me. I just let you know what I know.
The best do.
Oakland by 2 in the first field goal for Alan McCabe. Tanner Christensen.
Mixon's got, they should be posting him up. I mean, he's got a guard on him.
Akira Jacobs gliding in.
The baseline action has been really good for Hawaii today. That's the third time here in the second half, or fourth time actually in the second half. They've cut baseline and had good action and had good results.
Alan McCabe underneath, and he gets shoved out of bounds. 4 fouls on Tanner Christensen.
Watch the ball get to the center here. The dump down, the emphatic finish. Beautiful job working that end line against the 1-3-1. And Akira Jacobs loves the fact he got the assist and loves the dunk.
Christensen's going to have to sit for a little bit, as in the bonus now, Oakland and Alan McCabe a 1-1.
That's why those fouls on the three-point shot matter so much. You're playing a team in Oakland that likes to play through the paint, right? And is aggressive and strong with their back to the basket. You start fouling guys on the perimeter on shots, all of a sudden it gets them into the bonus a lot earlier. You've got 10 minutes now worth of free throws coming for Oakland.
But the one thing is, Oakland is not a good foul shooting team on the season. As Makeda,
watch out,
goes 1 for 2, but then Hawaii. Sean looking for an applause.
Thank you.
Really? You're going to take your moment in the sun?
I mean, I stood up on Christmas Day and I caught the ball. I protected our cameraman. Our cameraman right here, Pat, he was in danger. And I was not going to allow Pat to get hurt on Christmas Day. Mahalo, my man. He's been here for all 12 games, too.
And showing you were a true facilitator, you gave the ball right back to the officials, because that was your role at UCLA. You got the ball moving.
Have to move the ball. Yep.
And a foul on Gitas Namiksha.
So look, everybody's in danger. The ball is headed towards Pat, and then you're going to see me right there. Look at me, just sacrifice myself by reaching out and protecting Pat. And the fans loved it.
And then wanting his moment in the sun.
Yeah. Look at, see, Pat saying thank you to me. I'm a man of the people.
One more for Isaiah Jones.
All of our crew, our men and women, have done such a tremendous job here working not only with the cameras but out in the trucks, and all the people that are able to put this on, even those that openly talk about overtime when they shouldn't. Like, I appreciate all of you.
Isaiah Jones hits both, and we also have to thank them and applaud them. Long hours, holiday, to be here at the arena, as the first game of the day locally was at 8:30 in the morning. So giving up their Christmas morning, as the back tap by Gitas Namiksha, but off of Akira Jacobs, and it's out of bounds to Oakland.
Now, this is the largest lead that Oakland has had the entire game, of 3 points. It has been tight throughout. Hawaii did have a 9-point advantage at one point in time. Hawaii's had no second chance points in the second half, Roxy.
Jason Woodrich, 3.
Oakland's getting going from beyond the arc. Woodrich stepping up his second made 3. He's got 6 now in the game, and Hawaii is in a little bit of a danger zone right here. A 6-0 run over the last minute plus. But really the story, and go put your feet in the water.
I got more than my feet in the water this morning.
I did not. Look at this. This has been the challenge for Oakland, right? The first half, you saw Hawaii. They were dominating the glass. They were plus 10. That's been cut in half. And a large part of that is they've been allowed no second chance points for Hawaii. And I guarantee you that Coach Campy went and said, they are punking us right now. They are getting on the glass. They are pounding us there. We can't allow that to happen. Who are we? And that challenge, his team has responded here in the second half. A much better effort on the glass.
Plus, they've also really put the clamps on Gitas Namiksha, who had 17 in the first half, but just 2 here in the second half. Harry Ruliadev on the block. And the rebound, there is Alan McCabe for Oakland.
4 white jerseys standing all inside of 3 green jerseys. Advantage Oakland. Oakland's also shooting 50% from beyond the arc in the second half. That helps.
And it's not just Malcolm Christie, as Jason Woodbridge has hit a couple of threes. Five to shoot for Woodbridge. Isaiah Jones, a turnaround. Got it. 8-point Oakland lead and an 8-0 run for the Golden Grizzlies.
Shooting 50% overall now from the field here in the second half. Their offense has been much more fluid. Good ball movement, putting players in position where they know they can be successful. Oakland's expanded this thing out. The largest lead in the first half was 2. This is their largest lead of the game. It's up to 8 with under 8 left. Merry Christmas.
By Oakland as the Golden Grizzlies rallying from 9 down in the first half. It was a 7-point Hawaii lead at the half. And Oakland has made 6 straight field goals on an 8-0 run to go up 8 with 7:33 to go.
Yeah, plus 15 here in the second half. Offense been struggling a little bit. Just off balance.
Harry Ruliadev. And Hawaii wants a goaltend, and goaltend is the call. That can be reviewed since it was called a goaltend on the floor. And Greg Campy wants a review.
Wants to see if they'll review it. And what Coach Campy is saying is the ball was not above the rim.
But it was already off the backboard.
And it was off the backboard. So, off the backboard, right there, going towards the bucket and above the rim. That's going to be an easy one that should be really quickly. If Tommy takes a long time here, I'm not going to give him back his shoes.
Should be a wiki review.
Okay.
That's quick.
Okay.
Okay. Tommy Nunez. Best shoes at the Stan Sheriff Center on Christmas.
And it was. Good quick review.
Wiki.
And really a bailout there, too. You should not have. The ball almost guaranteed had no chance of going in, and I think that's why Coach Campy wanted them to look at it, because he knew the ball wasn't going to have a chance to go in.
So the bucket for Harry Ruliadev. The foul was on Alan McCabe, his 4th. And the and-1 free throw for Ruliadev. He's now 3 for 3 from the line. And that was a sequence the Bows desperately needed as it was slipping away from Hawaii.
Well, if they want to get back in this game, though, they have to start being disruptive down here, and they have to level up their intensity, whether it's in the defensive rebounding, matching the physicality, but doing so without fouling.
Isaiah Jones backs in Ryan Rapp. And the rebound, Gitas Namiksha is fouled. The second on Isaiah Jones, and we're going to the other end for a 1-and-1.
There's going to be a lot of free throws shot down the stretch of this game. Both teams are in the bonus. Last thing you want to do is foul that far away from your basket and allow your opponent, who has struggled for most of the second half of finding any kind of consistency at the offensive end, to manufacture points at the free throw line.
One more for Gitas Namiksha, who's 9 for 9 from the line. And Hawaii as a team today is 14 for 16.
His second 20-point game of this tournament. Had one in the opener, against Charlotte with 24 points, and now has got 20. Make it 21.
And if this does turn into a free throw contest, it's advantage Hawaii. As Oakland, as a club, 63% on the season. They rank 345th in the country in free throw percentage. And a three is short from Malcolm Christie, but out of bounds. It belongs to Oakland.
Notice we haven't seen a lot of Cody Williams at the point guard position here in the second half. And I think what Coach Ganada is doing is saying that, you know what, our freshman, Claytor Hunkin, has done a pretty good job of running the offense and organizing it. Let's see what he can do. And you need better guard play for this Hawaii team as you're heading into conference play. I actually think defensively, the freshman's done really well. Offensively, I think the ball needs to move a little bit quicker.
5 on the shot clock for Oakland. And a travel. Extra step for Baru. Neva LaRua. Harry Ruliadep inside, draws a foul.
This is the third straight possession now where Hawaii will go to the free throw line. You had the goaltend and one. Then you had the 2 free throws by Nemicha. And now you're coming right back with a couple more free throws.
Second foul on Baru, Neva LaRua. And it rolls in for Harry Ruliadep. He's got 10 off the bench.
Roxy, you're just whittling away the lead, right? No time's coming off the clock. You're whittling away the lead. It's now a 2-point game. Make here would make it a 1-point game.
And he does.
They are 7 of 9 from the free throw line here in the second half. 17 of 19 overall in the game. Good enough for 90%.
Inside 6 minutes. Jalen Jones drives. And Oakland desperately wanted a kick.
I get something going to the basket again. See if you can draw another foul.
Ryan Rapp. 3!
What do I know? Three-point line has not been great all afternoon for Hawaii. That's their first made three-pointer in the second half. Just 3 of 16 from deep this afternoon, but that one gives them a 2-point lead from down 1 to up 2.
10-0 run for the Rainbow Warriors, and Ryan Rapp giving the Bows the lead.
Rapp first made 3 of the game. Diagonal over the top of the zone defense. A long run out. Pure release and finish. Good skip pass over the top. 4th assist of the game for the freshman.
And Rapp, an interesting story. Grew up in Melbourne, Australia, but he was born in Glendora in Southern California. His dad, Tim, was a standout player and in the Hall of Fame at UC San Diego, Big West rival of the Rainbow Warriors. 3 years at Washington State, and his 3rd year here at Hawaii, and he's the only returning starter for the Rainbow Warriors from his season ago.
Oakland's also gotten a little sloppy with the basketball, comparatively speaking, from where they were. They've had 3 turnovers here in the last 4 or 5 possessions that have allowed those points to go to the opposite end. If you're Oakland, settle things down. I'd play on the inside out, and I'll take Jones on the dribble drive here.
Malcolm Christie gets loose. 3! Right back at it. Oakland takes the lead.
You give him an inch, it is going up. Don't adjust your monitors. 16 attempted threes on the game.
And a career high 21 for Christie. The lob for Harry Ruliadep, and miscommunication there. And it's controlled by Oakland. Collision in midcourt behind the play. Alan McCabe playing with 4 fouls.
Oh, that's offensive.
And that's number 5.
Let's go back to that previous possession, though. Here's where Christie's going to come. You're going to have a screen set here. You're going to have a second screen set on this side, and he is going to work his way all the way across and get that three-point look on the opposite side of the floor. Watch him come underneath, then come over the top of that second screen action. Get his feet set with just enough space. Beautiful job.
Alan McCabe has fouled out for Oakland. Golden Grizzlies lead it by 1.
Good kick.
Ryan Rapp had a good look. Gitas Namiksha keeps it alive. And then a turnover by the Bows.
I think the freshman should have shot that one instead of trying to pass it. Don't give him space.
Malcolm Christie. And the rebound. Here comes Ryan Rapp for the Rainbow Warriors.
You mentioned how Oakland's playing Arkansas next. I promise you, Coach Cal's watching this man work off the screens going, nope, 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 nope. Not going to let that happen again twice.
They're going to be all over Malcolm Christie. Marcus Green. Harry really adept the offensive rebound and a fresh 20 for the Bows. Ryan Rapp, the pull-up. And Harry really adept on the offensive glass, has it stripped, then saved, but right to Oakland by Ryan Rapp. Inside 3 minutes, Oakland nursing a 1-point lead. Jalen Jones all the way to the cup, and the layup falls off. And a timeout for Iran Ganat. 2:38 remaining in the third-place game of the 15th annual Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic. Greg Campy in Oakland clinging to a 1-point lead.
Great, and this one has been very balanced in this field. I think that's why you've seen so many close games here today. And, you know, we talked about this at the Open. Leaving a tournament 2-1 feels really a lot different than 1-2. Right? Like you feel like you're growing, you're finding something about your team, you've had some success. Almost a turnover.
Still 10 to shoot. Ryan Rapp stumbles down the lane, and Rapp puts Hawai'i at 1.
Well, he's made some really good plays late in this game. And that snaps a scoring drought of almost 3 minutes for Hawaii.
Still to come, the championship game, Oregon State and Nebraska. About a half an hour after we're done with the third-place game. Off balance, tough shot, rattles out for Jason Woodrich. And a foul. The freshman Aaron Hunkin-Clater with the rebound, and he will shoot 2 at the other end. The Bows are in the double bonus, and DQ Cole has fouled out for Oakland.
A second Golden Grizzly to foul out this afternoon. Big time rebound there, though, by the freshman.
He's given Iran Ganat some good minutes.
He's earning himself more minutes. You know, so many times you talk about the journey, right? Like, as a freshman, I don't care where you're at. It's hard to play as a freshman in college basketball. Everybody talks about getting old, staying old. It's hard to come in. How do you convince your coach you deserve time? Step up like he has today. It's not about scoring. He's played really good defense. He's got 4 assists now, 4 rebounds.
He's shot only 3, now 4 free throws this season. Goes 1 for 2 this trip, and he puts the Bows up 2. And oddly enough, the same high school that produced Jovan McClanahan, who had the tournament winner for the Bows a couple of years ago. Malcolm Christie, the three.
He zigzags his way through the screens, and he gets an inch. And he's going to make you pay. That is 6-3 of the game.
Gidis Namiksha, the offensive rebound, the kick out, Tanner Christensen. Freshman, Hunkin Clater in the key. Can't get it, but a foul going for the rebound, and free throws for Gidis Namiksha. Jason Woodrich the foul.
Let's go back down to that last possession, though, Roxy. 18 threes attempted out of the 19 shots today. Just comes running from the weak side. Little screen action. Legs are kicking. Shoulders are going. Looks at the fans and goes, are you not entertained?
And the mouth is yapping.
He's smiling, having himself a real good time this afternoon. 24 points for Christie.
And it spins out for Gidis Namiksha, now 10 for 11 from the line. 21 points, 10 rebounds for the senior from Lithuania.
Double-double, and he has played very well. They need these free throws without question. And he misses the first, gets the second.
Tie game, 70 seconds remain.
Who doesn't love a tie game with under a minute left to go?
Down low. Going to work on the block of the left hand from Baru. Neva Larua, Oakland by 2.
Great job spinning off the pressure from the defense. I go back to Namiksha, though. If I can find him, I'm going to get him or wrap the ball here.
Harry Ruliadev ties the game. Career high 13 for Ruliadev. About a 12-second differential between shot and game clock. Neva Larua. Reverse. What a move underneath. Timeout Oakland. Baru Neva Larua.
Neva Larua, though, has been outstanding in late game execution, down low on the block. Back-to-back possessions. Go middle, spin baseline. Beautiful touch up over the top. And then this one, again, elbow in his back, spinning off the pressure and finishing on the opposite side.
The patience that he shows also, Sean. He's not panicked, down low, not trying to move too fast.
Those two bigs have been the centerpiece of this team, really. I mean, Christie's the guy from the outside. But Makeba and Neva Larua have been the two guys that have anchored inside the paint for Oakland overall this season.
27 seconds to go. Oakland by 2. Aranganat has 1 timeout remaining. But how do you handle this if you're Hawaii?
Well, for me, again, all the times that they've had open shots, they've flashed middle. Have strong side post, weak side flash. Back cuts have been really good for them as well. I think with the way that Rapp has played in the second half and Namiksha all afternoon, those two guys have to be involved here a little bit. Now, if I'm Oakland, I want the freshman shooting the ball here for Hawaii. So I may gap off the freshman who has at times seemed very hesitant to shoot his own shot and has not made a field goal, and say, I'm going to clog the middle, I'm going to shade somebody else and make you beat me. This freshman has not been in this situation in his college career.
The Bows are milking it down. Down 2, 15 seconds. Gidis Namiksha. The freshman driving. Tanner Christensen fouled with 4.8. He'll shoot 2. The double bonus. Najak Dang The foul, his second. Tanner Christensen's 2 for 2 from the line today. 58% on the season. Four points, 9 rebounds.
That looked pure.
One more for Christensen. Tie game, Oakland with the ball.
Christie just checked back into the game. With 4.8 seconds, I don't think you're going to have enough time to drive the floor, dump it down to one of your bigs. I do think that the defense is going to have an awareness of where Christie is, and that in itself could produce a seam to straight line drive the middle of the paint. Because you're probably going to put Christie underneath the basket and then have him come off some kind of screen action to the three-point line. Because the ball was inbounded underneath their own basket. Now they've got to go the full length of the floor in 4.8. We know it can be done.
Defensively, if you're the Rainbow Warriors, how do you play it?
You've got to extend out your pressure. You don't want them rolling the ball in. Christie's going to take the ball in here, which is a little interesting to me. I would not have had Christie bring the ball in. Personally, I would have liked to have him have an opportunity. Have somebody else Woodrich take the ball in, have a guard curl, and then have Christie come off some kind of screen action underneath.
Curling, here comes Jalen Jones, and he lost the ball. Hunkin Claytor, and Hawaii gets timeout.
They're going to put more time back on the clock. Unbelievable.
The last timeout for the Rainbow Warriors, and right now there's a half second on the clock.
There'll be more.
But a disastrous turnover is Jalen Jones.
Second half. Now, if you're Oakland, what I would do is clog the paint as much as you possibly can.
They're going to throw it in front of their bench on the sideline with 1.1, and Rapp will be the trigger man.
Guards are underneath, box set, both your bigs are up top. They're not defending the inbounder, which means you have an extra defensive player.
Intercepted, three-quarter court. We're going to overtime as Jason Woodrich read it beautifully like his safety.
I like the idea of not having somebody on the ball there. I don't like the idea of throwing the ball over the top of the entire defense. I would have much rather had some action coming towards the basketball that allowed you to get a good shot.
5 more minutes, the Golden Grizzlies and the Bows. Hawaii has won their only previous overtime game this season, a home win against Weber State. And Oakland has lost an overtime game in their only extra session this year. Malcolm Christie short on the three, and Tanner Christensen flags it down for the Bows.
Pretty good defense that time by Green. He was pretty attached to him as he came off that screen. Gonna flash somebody in that high post.
Ryan Rapp gets the flyby, sets the feet. 3.
Hesitated a little bit, but got those feet set underneath him after sidestepping the defense. He's had a huge second half.
Just the 4th made 3 for the Rainbow Warriors. And the first points of the extra session. And the jump hook, and a foul going for the rebound, and a shove against Oakland. As Gitas Nemiksha was thrown down, he will shoot at the other end.
Watch this. The ball gets swung to the corner, a little shot fake. Rapp steps back, gets both feet behind the line, and knocks down the three-point shot.
3rd foul on Isaiah Jones. Nemiksha 11 for 12 from the line. And it falls off.
He guided that one. That was a different release than we've seen really all day long. He kind of short-armed it out in front.
And he missed both. A break for the Golden Grizzlies. Isaiah Jones spins into the lane. Malcolm Christie. And the rebound, Ryan Rapp for the Rainbow Warriors. Enos Namiksha missing the three. Tanner Christensen runs it down in the corner.
Run your offense, pull it back out. You got 20 seconds. 11 rebounds for Christensen.
And that's 16 offensive rebounds for Hawaii. Ryan Rapp launching, and it's well short, and a shot clock violation.
That was
and that's
good
a
defense.
turnover.
Good defense by Woodridge.
Over 2 minutes have been played in the extra session. And it's Hawaii by 3. Woodridge, the grad transfer from Cleveland State. 2 big threes in the second half, and Christie's hit some big threes as well. And a foul. Christensen is done, and free throws for Barun Neva-Larua as Christensen fouls out with 6 points and 11 rebounds.
A good job going right after him. Neva-Larua, who had back-to-back good buckets for Oakland late in the second half. They gave him a little bit of a cushion. Very comfortable. You notice where he posts up every single time they try to get him the ball? It's on the left block. Like if you're facing the baskets on the left block, that's where he wants it to go to work.
64% foul shooter, missed the first. 1 for 2 for Barun Neva-Larua. And it's a 2-point lead for Hawaii. Marcus Green. Ooh, way off on the 3. Remember how I said it was breezy the other day? I think the wind may have carried that one.
Neva-Larua got fouled off the ball. You can't afford to do that. The ball had barely crossed half court, and you're fouling on the post-up. In a 2-point game, sending your opponent to a line where if he makes 2, you're tied back up.
In overtime. First on Harry Ruliadev as Barun Neva-Larua makes the first. He played tremendously against Oregon State in the semis. Double-double, 14 points, 12 rebounds, and he ties the game with 2:13 remaining in overtime.
One of the things they have to do defensively, Ruliadev has to do, he has to step up and meet him at the free throw line. You cannot allow the post-up to occur on the block. You have to do your work early.
Enos Namiksha, 3. Career high 25 for Namiksha. Trying to answer, and the answer from Malcolm Christie. Timeout Oakland, 27 for Christie.
That is twice, by the way, that Hawaii's hit a 3 and the crowd gets involved and Christie comes right back down at the other end of the floor to silence him. Namiksha from the outside, 25 for him. Good offense, quick ball movement against the zone. Opposite end of the floor, he's running off a screen after screen after screen. And if he's got space, he's gonna shoot it. 21 3-point attempts on the game.
Head classic record.
I don't know. Marshall Henderson played here,
That's
too.
true. Klay Thompson played in this tournament also.
That's right. But Klay really didn't shoot that many threes.
He just made a lot of threes.
He just made them.
Tie game, 90 seconds left in overtime.
Good slip.
Gitas Nemiksha. And the rebound, Neva Larua for Oakland. Christie also has set a tournament record with 18 made three-pointers in the 3 games.
He's not done yet.
Ten to shoot. Here he is, launching. And that one's way off. Good defense from the freshman Aaron Hunkin-Clater of Hawaii.
Got to force that one a little bit. I've noticed watching him over the last couple of days, he's a little bit crisper coming off of screens than he is just simply catching the ball and trying to create off the bounce.
Marcus Green gets inside. And it goes. Greg Campy wanted a basket interference. It cannot be reviewed because there was no call on the floor. Hawaii by 2. And it falls off. It sat there for Jalen Jones. And Oakland has to foul as the shot clock is just about even with the game clock. And they foul Green in midcourt as Green gets knocked down. It looked like Green and Jones, their heads collided.
Yeah, Jones took the worst of it, actually. It was the top of Green's head. Made contact. Watch as the shot goes up. Campy wanted offensive interference. And that was tipped in by Hawaii. I think the ball was still over the rim there.
You thought that was basket interference?
I did.
Rolls in for Green. One more for Marcus Green.
This makes it a 2-possession game.
18.2. No timeouts for Oakland. And it's still
Paging Mr. Christie. Mr. Christie.
one possession.
Look at him in reverse. He's going to be wide open. They go.
Corner. Had a good look. Still a chance for Oakland. Nemiksha blocks the 3 of Isaiah Jones, and it is over. And in overtime, Hawaii is outlasted. Oakland 73-70.
A big win